How's everybody doing today? This is Too Easy for Z coming at you today. We're going to do a tutorial on how to install osTicket. A couple of the things we need to take a look at as the prerequisites for installing osTicket is basically the LAMP stack, which consists of Apache, PHP, MySQL. And this is the directory that we're going to actually make and create and upload our osTicket installation there. And then this is going to be the IP address that we're going to utilize to actually log into our osTicket database. Pretty simple setup. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be installed on a virtual CentOS 64-bit version. So the first step here is how to install Apache. Our Apache configuration is pretty simple. We're going to go through the yum installation. We're going to configure the HTTP service to turn on when the server actually reboots, and then we're going to actually start the service. We're going to go into the firewall and permit the protocol 80, which is your HTTP session through, so you can access your osTicket database. And then we're going to also go through on how to change the host name as well. Alright, just to get started, let's go ahead and install the HTTP. Alright, now that we have the HTTP installed, we're going to go ahead and make sure it's enabled to turn on. It automatically turns itself on when we reboot the system. Now we're going to enable the service. And the next step, the last step, is to actually go into the firewall, the IP tables, and allow the policy through. I use my particular editor is the VI. I found that it's pretty much installed on all systems, and I've been using it for a long time. And we're using port 80, which is our HTTP port. And then once we actually make a configuration change to the config files for the IP tables, we're going to go ahead and restart the service itself. So it'll reread those files. Okay, it didn't like something in there. Let's go see where. We forgot the T. Oh, we mixed it up here. Alright, excellent. There we go. So now that we have the HTTP server installed, we're going to go to our web browser. In this case, my local testing lab. Let's get the IP address of the HTTP server, 192.168.10.37, and we should get the default index page for Apache, and there it is. So we're good. So now that we have our HTTP server online and we've already tested it and made sure that we had a good response here, this is letting us know that it's getting through the firewall and the HTTP service is active. We're going to actually go to installing the PHP portion. Pretty easy. We're going to go through installing the PHP and actually making some configuration changes to the config file for PHP. Additionally, we're going to also create a test page for our PHP just to make sure our PHP service is actually working. So it's an index page that we're going to create in itself. Note to self, once we actually install PHP, we have to restart the HTTP service so it can read the PHP file and know that PHP is working in conjunction with the HTTP service. Alright, let's get started on this PHP install. We're going to go ahead and clear. Give us a clean slate to work with. Okay, PHP is now installed on our system. Now we're going to go in and make the necessary changes to the config file. I use the find command, which is the / to actually find a lot of the things that I'm looking for. So the memory limit, we want to set it to 128 meg. It looks like it's already set to that by default, so that's good. Now we want to go to our max execution and set our max execution to 120. Max execution here 30. And then our upload, the upload max is set to 2 meg. We're going to set it to 50. So we're going to set our max upload to 50 meg. And then our post max, we're going to change that from 8 meg to 50 meg. Go ahead and save your file, and then we're going to create a test index page for PHP. And then we're going to actually change the permissions on that file as well. Now that we've done all that, we're going to go ahead and restart our HTTP service. Alright, and then we're going to go over here to our web browser and test for our our PHP service. And excellent. So if we're seeing this here, that means your PHP is working and it's enabled, and it's working in conjunction with your HTTPD or your Apache server. The last step we have in our prerequisite is installing the MySQL database, and this is used for searching and querying within osTicket, as well as helping to organize your data within osTicket itself. So it's a pretty easy setup. We're going to go through the installation process, enabling it, and then going through and securing it as well, with the username and password. Alright, let's get started here. We're going to start with a clean slate. First thing we're going to install is the MySQL server.